All right, so we just got through playing a bunch of Mario Kart. I got footage for at least the first four, so Super 64, Super Circuit, and DS. And what I wanted to do is take all that, make videos out of them, and actually do like a Maximilian style legacy retrospective video series with it, and kind of just talk about my experiences, like how I feel about the games and everything like that. So that's what these next set of videos are going to be. This is going to be off the dome. I don't do scripts. I do have talking points on the other screen because I'm bad at remembering a bunch of stuff. Now, before we continue on, this is not going to be a history lesson. I'm not going to tell you, oh, like Miyamoto decided that he wanted a multiplayer version of Mario Kart. No, none of that. If there's plenty of videos out there, you can go ahead and like those videos or whatnot. This is just my experience, what I feel about the games. This is my opinion on the games, and this is just an excuse to ramble about a bunch of stuff. And if you guys want to see more of these type of videos, let me know. I can even go back and do Metroid and do some Metroid videos. That would be great, because I know a lot of people probably want to know like my experiences on those. But without further ado, let's get started. Now, with my history with Super Mario Kart, I don't remember, but I definitely had a cartridge for it. I don't know where I put it, because when I moved here, I thought I put the cartridge somewhere in a box, but I've been looking in every box and I can't find it. So I think that's finally lost in the time. But I definitely had a cartridge of Super Mario Kart, and I think it was from either my mom or brother back in the day, because they were gamers. They were the ones that got me into gaming. And I really want to know if they unlocked the special cup in that. If I had the cartridge and I had an actual SNES, I kind of want to see if I can find it, obviously. But if I ever find that cart and I get an SNES, I want to see if they actually hit the special cup, because doing that is very annoying in Super Mario Kart. We'll go into it in a little bit, but man, doing that is actually kind of difficult, I'm not gonna lie. With that being said, my first time actually playing Super Mario Kart like fully, and believe it or not, this is gonna be crazy. Believe it or not, the first time I actually sat down and played Super Mario Kart was, I believe, those set of videos I did way back when I was going through the games just regularly, and that's when I added Sarge into the mix. I think that was the first time I actually sat down and played Super Mario Kart, to my memory at least. I'm not 100% sure, but damn, that game is weird. That game, oh my god, that game is actually weird. But let's go into it, right? So we boot up the game. It's basically get this colorful little drawing of just like the characters in the background or whatever, and then it'll say like player 1 game, P1 game, P2 game, and then I think it's either like Grand Prix. If you hit P1, I think it's like Grand Prix, and then time trial or something like that. And I believe you can only select up to 50 and 100. I'm doing this off the top of my head. I don't have a picture of the menu, so I'm doing this off the top of my head, but I believe it is from 50 and 100. You have to unlock 150, and I don't remember how to do that, but 150 is a trip, as you're probably going to see in the videos. We can't control it. Like, this game is weird controlling. I don't understand, because if it's based off of F-Zero, like, for those that have never played SNES F-Zero, that game controls beautifully. That is a beautiful controlling game. So the fact that Super Mario Kart controls the way it does is kind of weird. Like, if you sit down and think about it, you select whatever CC you want, and then you pick one out of the 8 characters in there. I believe it's like Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, DK Jr., Bowser, Koopa, and and Yoshi. I don't think I said Yoshi. And I believe they all have different weight classes. I think it's 2 medium, 3 light, and 3 heavy, or is it 3 medium, 3 light, 2 heavy. I don't remember. It's one of the two. And just like how we're gonna get the super circuit, if you will have probably an easier time picking the light characters and going through the game like that, because medium characters, they're okay, I guess, but the heavy characters, I cannot control them bitches whatsoever. Like, controlling heavy characters in this and Super Circuit have been something else. It's been some bullshit. It's been some damn bullshit. Holy shit.
This is so fucking slippery.
I can't believe Mario Kart 64 improved on this in every aspect. And then we went back down in Super Circuit.
Yeah.
Select the character, you get your cart, and then you select one of, I believe, 4 Grand Prix, but you have to unlock the Special Cup. And I think you unlock the Special Cup in that respected CC, if I'm not mistaken. I think the only reason why I have it here is because we were using NSO, and we were able to pick the special version of Super Mario Kart that unlocked the Special Cup in it. The courses of the game, they're pretty traditional. Matter of fact, a lot of them take inspiration or just outright take the name of the course from Super Mario World. You got Donut Plains, you got Choco Mountain. Try to figure out what else was in there. Koopa Beach is original. Vanilla Lake is original, but there is a level called Vanilla Dome. And I don't know if they took inspiration from that, if they just wanted to call it something different. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, the courses themselves, like even something like Mario Circuit, I think they're fine. And just as proven before, I think if you take them courses and you put them in a game that, you know, controls a lot better, then it, you know, is a pretty decent course. Like, a lot of people love Bowser's Castle 3. They put it in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it's actually a really good track. Mario Circuit 3 came back in like 4 different games now. I think it's in, or 3 different games. I think it's in Wii, it's in 8 Deluxe, and now it's going to be in Mario Kart World with the combination of Mario Circuit 1 and 2. So that's going to be crazy. Vanilla Lake sucks. Vanilla Lake. Let me tell you about Vanilla Lake. Not only is it an ice level, which I believe it also has ice physics, there's these blocks in the middle of the road that you can barely see because it is a goddamn ice track on an SNES, and you can, everything is just bright. Everything's bright and it blends in together, and that shit sucks. Other than that, you got Choco Mountain. I'm indifferent on that. Bowser's Castles, they're alright in this game. I'm glad that we got an SNES one in a modern game now, which, like I said, it plays really good. And then we got this game's Rainbow Road, which will be a tradition going forward in the Mario Kart series. And let me tell you, I don't hate this Rainbow Road, but because of somebody that I know that was dear to my heart, a lot of people probably know who I'm talking about, picked this track at least 5 times in a row when we played Mario Kart 7, and that shit was getting annoying. That shit was getting absolutely fucking annoying, and I could not stand playing that. We go to kart mechanics, go into the actual like racing mechanics of the game. You got your standard like hold A to accelerate, B to brake. Drifting is in this game. You don't get the actual drifting that's in the modern Mario Kart games, where you go back and forth on your D-pad or your control stick and you get like the drift boost. That actually started in 64, and then they took it away in Super Circuit, and then they brought it back after everything else. I don't know, I guess they were just trying to remake Super Mario Kart on the GBA. Whether they succeeded or failed, we'll get to that when we get to it. So we got those. The items in the game are pretty standard. They're like traditional, where if you don't know, if you somehow played Mario Kart and never played Super Circuit, like these items are very familiar. Stuff like the green shell, the red shell, even the lightning. The lightning, by the way, I've never seen it in this game until we did this run. And let me tell you, my eyes have never been in so much pain when I use the lightning. And then you have stuff like the feather that basically gives you a higher jump. And if you combine that with some speed items, aka the mushroom, You can get some serious air. You can not only get some serious air, but you can also just get some serious height and length. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, if you get some serious length with it, take some shortcuts. It's actually a pretty neat item to take some shortcuts, and I believe the one in Mario Kart World is actually going to be exactly like that, where the more speed you get, the farther you actually go, and you can probably take some crazy shortcuts with it. So feather item's pretty cool. No blue shell. I think this is the only game that doesn't have the blue shell, at least from what I remember. The blue shell was actually in Mario Kart 64. I think that's basically all the items, and then forgot actually. So each character, for some godforsaken reason, has a special item or a special ability that they have in their arsenal if they are a CPU. Like, you as the player do not get this, by the way. So for starters, Mario and Luigi, I believe they can just turn invincible for whatever godforsaken reason. That makes no sense to me. I think Toad and Peach get these mushrooms. I don't remember what they do. I think they just damage you. Bowser gets a fireball, and it's ridiculous because I think this game, and I don't know when they stopped doing this, but these games have a rival system. So depending on who you have, depending on what character you're using, it actually pairs you up with a CPU that's basically your rival, and you no matter what you do, that motherfucker's at least getting first, second, or third in any type of race out there. I just don't get it. I don't understand why it's a thing. Glad they kind of took it out in later installments because that was kind of weird. Yeah, like the mechanics for the CPUs are weird, and like they cheat. It's awful. Like, it sucks. And just like F-Zero, for those that have never played it, you get lives in this game. So you actually get lives like a traditional Mario game. So if you get anything lower than fourth, I think it's fourth and lower. If you get anything lower than that, then you lose a life and you have to try the stage again. And if you lose all your lives, that's a game over. You have to redo the entire Grand Prix.
Know that unleash enemy threw me to the second tower.
Well, Sarge, I have a better idea.
You gotta.
We don't have to play this.
Hold on, I have a better idea. To let you know, this is not the first time they're going to do this. And then one little thing before I get to the conclusion, because I'm gonna just talk about it on every one of them, and it's all gonna be like basically the same. The music is great. Music is good. Donut Plains, I love it. Mario Circuit's really good. Choco Mountain's really nice. Vanilla Dome's pretty good. Bowser's Castle is basically the one from Super Mario World. It's some pretty good stuff. I actually really enjoy a lot of the music that's in this game. In conclusion, I don't know. Like, I want to say it because I'm not going to say I hate the game. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a very weird controlling game. I don't want to say it's outright bad because it is their first attempt at doing a kart racer like this. So I'm not going to like just be like, yo, this game was absolutely dog shit. Even though it feels like dog shit, but I see. And like, as we get through the series, you can see the roots of everything. You can actually see how the seeds were planted throughout the years. And we have to thank this game for that, because if they didn't learn from this, we would be having this shit again in later installments, which we did in one more installment. But with that being said, I know I said that a lot in this video, and it's probably going to be like that for a lot of videos. But with that being said, yeah, that was Super Mario Kart. Enjoy it with friends. Oh, I forgot to mention. Oh my god, I recorded footage for it as well. I didn't even think about it. Battle mode. I forgot about it. Battle mode was introduced in this game, and battle mode, surprisingly, is a lot of fun in this game. I barely played it. I think I did play it in those videos from way back in the day, and then we did it for this series of videos for the Legacy. Pretty fun. Like, it's basically just you get 3 lives, and if you get hit with items, you lose a balloon, and if all your balloons are gone, then you're completely out. Like, you're just in flat arenas. Like, there's nothing crazy. There's like those little rainbow walls on the stages, but other than that, yeah, it's just all out, 2 players. It's a pretty fun mode. That's all I got to say about that. Super Mario Kart, not a terrible game, not a great one, but a decent start. And I say it's a decent start because the next game, love it or hate it, they cleaned up a lot of the shit that they did from Super Mario Kart into Mario Kart 64. A lot of the stuff has been cleaned up to make that game a better experience, and even the games that are going forward. But we'll get to that when we get to that.